dangerous end here, and literally betting with fire. For bar trick, you're going to bet your friend that you can hold a balloon over a flame for a few seconds without it instantly popping. If they try to do it without knowing the solution, they'll likely just pop the balloon. The solution is simple, like a good game of rock, paper, scissors. Sure, fire beats rubber, but you know what beats fire? Water. That's what. Fill the balloon with water or another liquid and now hold it over the flame. The fire will burn the outer edge of the balloon, but the water will stop it burning through it completely. Magic, and maybe it is. Unless you believe in science, you're going to bet that you can make a beer freeze within seconds, just like this. This one requires some preparation though. For this bet, you'll need 2 beers and at least 1 fridge freezer. Take 1 beer and place it in your freezer for 3 to 5 hours, depending on your fridge. Now, make your bet. Grab a second beer, tap the top of your near frozen bottle, and the beer should freeze within seconds. What's happening here is that when you freeze a bottle of beer in an environment that is as cold or colder than 0 degrees centigrade, the liquid molecules become suspended. Tapping it against another surface disturbs the molecules, causing a reaction that results in the formation of ice crystals. Have some fun with straws. This one requires a little bit of preparation. Take 2 straws and glue or melt them together at the top. Stand these 2 against the third straw to make yourself a pyramid. So, the challenge is to pick up the pyramid with the 4th straw. The only rule is your opponent cannot melt the straws together. Once they give up, which they inevitably will do, it's solution time. You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, and you can't lift this pyramid unless you break it first. Push your straw against the 2 that are glued together, so the 3rd straw falls on top of the one you're holding. Now, lift the loose straw back up so it sits underneath the angle of the 2 that are glued together. Finally, all you have to do is lift. Bar bet 1. 1 point to add. It's probably best if you do this trick on a napkin to prevent the straws slipping. Next bet, we're bringing back the balloon and adding some wine glasses. The challenge, should you choose to accept it, is to lift up both wine glasses at the same time, using only the balloon. You can't melt the balloon or tie it around the glasses. It's a head scratcher, right? Hopefully your opponent will think so and take you up on the bet. Once they've exhausted all options and possibly broken a glass or 2, it's your time to shine. So, what should you do? Simple. Place the 2 glasses together with the airless balloon inside and the end poking out. Blow the balloon up as shown until it's big enough that when you lift the glasses, they'll be leaning together. The combination of this and the engorged rubber means the bet is won. Make it look like you were so hot that your fingers were literally on fire. Great, keep watching. You're going to bet that you can make your fingertips smoke. After your friends have spent a considerable amount of time trying to make their fingertips fireproof, you'll have to reveal how it's done. First, take the side of a matchbox. The bit you strike with the match, place it in an ashtray and burn it. Once it's burnt down, push it to one side and you should see some brownish residue left over. Rub this between your fingers and it should have enough life left in it to still generate some smoke. Be warned. This residue is still extremely hot, so make sure to wash your hands afterwards so that it doesn't make a mark. We're gonna do some magic with ice. You need a glass of water, a piece of string, and an ice cube. The challenge is to pick up the ice cube only using the string. You can't touch the water, and you can't touch the ice with anything but the string. So how's it done? First of all, you're gonna take the string and circle the ice with it, getting as much of the string to touch the ice as you can, while still holding the string in your hand. Now, this is the real secret. You'll need to grab some salt. The salt is going to cause the ice to melt, and then refreeze. This is because salt lowers the freezing and melting point of water. Once the ice refreezes over the ice cube, hey, presto, all you have to do is lift the string. We're gonna need some sambuca, or any other flammable spirit, such as tequila or rum. Now, the challenge is to lift up the shot glass using only the palm of your hand. Once the challenge has been conceded, it's time to show your hand, so to speak. Appropriately enough, the solution involves fire. Light the drink, get your hand a little damp first so it doesn't hurt. Then, place your hand over the glass. The fire burns away the oxygen. The water should stop your hand from catching fire, and the vacuum creates some suction that allows you to lift the glass right off the table. It might sting a bit, so it's probably best not to do the trick too often. We're gonna do some damage to some lemons. The challenge is to take a banknote and stab it through a lemon, right through to the other side. Anyone who wants to participate takes a lemon and a banknote and gets stabbing. Once your friends have ruined their money, it's time for the answer. You have to, essentially, turn your note into a mini knife. You need to roll it up as tight as you can and make sure it forms a point at the top. With a bit of force and elbow grease, you should be able to puncture the lemon, and with a little bit of additional pressure, get the note out the other side of the citrus. Do a challenge that anyone after a few drinks will definitely accept. We're going to ask people to snap a wrench in two. The trick here is to hand the challenger a reasonably expensive wrench, one that is smooth and genuinely tough to break. Once they've given up, you pick up your wrench and easily snap it in two. How have you done this? Basically, your wrench is a substandard product, one that can, like this one, be picked up in any dollar store. Where a good, unbreakable wrench will be smooth, what you're looking for is one that is pitted, thin, and cheap. The cheaper, the better. Wrap the wrench in some cloth, hold it between your hands, and push it until it starts to bend a little. Then, hold it against your thigh, and it should snap right off. You should be able to get at least one free drink out of the bet, and also prove that you're definitely the strongest man, woman, or child in the pub.